No Men Are Foreign is a beautiful poem by James Kirkup tells us that all the divisions based on nation, caste, color, creed, or religion are baseless, since we all are similar in our own way. We all have a common source of origin and we all are dependent on each other. We may belong to a different country and speak a different language, but we all enjoy the beautiful nature around us. The title No Men Are Foreign means that the no men belong to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood and togetherness. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone wants the beauties of nature like sunshine, land, etc. in an equal measure. We can say that it is a peace poem. Let's study the poem. Stanza 1. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this, in which we all shall die. The poet wants to tell that nobody is strange to each other. We may live in different countries, but we belong to the same earth. Then why this hatred for small things along with that big things? Why this fight for materialistic things when we know that we are going to die one day? The poet says, remember, no men are strange, no country foreign, beneath all uniforms. That no matter you are wearing a school uniform, you may be wearing a uniform meant for doctors, a medical uniform, a policeman's uniform, or any type of uniform. It doesn't matter because beneath that, we all are human beings. A single body breathes like us. Everybody has got the same type of body. A bit difference. The land our brothers walk upon is like this. The poet insists that this land belongs to all of us. We are brothers and sisters for each other, in which we shall die. Then why this cramping for everything that is around? We should live life to its fullest. We should live life in a sense of togetherness and bonding. Let's look into the literary device. No man, no country. So we have repetition of no, no. So we can put literary device as repetition. Ours, the land, our brothers. Now here again we have ours and our. Those very much similar. Alliteration, be and be, body, breaths. So we have alliteration there. Along with that, we can have imagery also, imagination of different uniforms. The rhyming scheme is not universe, or we can say that it does not follow a particular pattern. So it's altogether different on the different lines. Stanza 2. They, too aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. In these lines, the poet says that all people belong on this earth. He refers that We are not foreign to each other. We call people they or foreigners and we try to discriminate each other. But we forget that we all use sun, air, and water, as each one of us do. The poet says that nature has given all the booties to all people, also just like we enjoy, others also do the same thing. Everyone gets sunlight, air, and water in equal measures, which means that God does not make any difference. Then why people make difference from each other? All we have to do is love each other. We all do farming during the time of peace, when there is no war. When there is no war, we are doing our own work because we have to produce food for surviving. We live in a relaxed way. We live a peaceful life and eat the things given to us by nature. The poet further on adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries also. The poet tries to tell that during wars, long winters start. That is during wartime. You may not have a lot of things to eat because people are disturbed, people are busy in war. They don't know what their future hold on to. And it looks like a winter long starved. Why winter metaphorically used here? Because during winter season nothing grows much. In winter, many places have snow, and because of that, people try to accumulate a lot of things. Even animals do that. Before winter, they try to store up a lot of things because they know in during winter seasons nothing grows much. In the same way, we should have a peaceful mind. We should live in a relaxing way. He also say that he says that we have to understand each other. It's the same hands. Their hands are our hands. That is the way we work, we labor around. It's the same hand, same time of work. Works could be different, but the labor and the things that come out is same. During wartime, during winter times, many times you don't find food. The poet says that he wants to say that foreigners who belong to other country and we both are safe. The poet said that even their hands are just like our hands. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey the readers that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to other countries. People belonging to other countries may have a different lifestyle, but altogether they are same. We all are same. Stanza 3. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that can recognize and understand. Here the poet tells us that the eyes have same dream of being joyful. The poet asks the readers to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that people of another country whom we think to be our enemies have been bestowed by God with similar appearance like us. They sleep and awake the way we do. God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, He has given them strength, which we can win through love. The poet says that in every country, in every land, there is one thing common that is life. And everybody has to sustain life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. It is just the need to have more and more creates war. We want to have and own everything that others have. And in this crave and in this madness to have more, we forget to live. In stanza 3, we have literary devices like sleep and strength. We can contribute that for alliteration and um, the rhyming scheme. The entire poem is a free verse. As I said early, there is no rhyming scheme, and the poem does not follow any particular scheme. So we can keep this as a free verse. Stanza 4. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray and condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it is the human earth that we defile. The poet in these lines wants to tell us that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, from another religion, from another city, or from other caste or creed, it is not that person we are hating. We are learning and hating ourselves. He's telling us that to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity. He says that we should be away from negative people, those who spread hatred and negativity around us. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And in this war, no one wins a war. It is human loss. The poet tells us that whenever we hate, we bring war on each other, it is we are destructing ourselves. So we should not pick up arms against each other. We should not deprive human beings of his humanitarian qualities. The poet tells us again that what we do is what will fall on us. The rhyming scheme, as I have told you earlier, that it is free verse. There is no rhyming scheme as such. If you see the end lines, we are told ourselves, then it is condemned, then the fourth line, each other, and defile. All these rhyming schemes are different. So we will say it's a free verse. The literary device used here is whenever and we. So we have alliteration there, the consonant sounds. We can also use arms against a. So that it can also be used as a literary device. Disposes, dislodge, and deprive, that can be used as an alliteration. So the literary devices here are very simple. So we can understand the poem in a very simple manner. Stanza 5. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Here, the poet tells us that we should keep in our mind that whenever we pick weapons against people, we make the earth dirty because weapons kill people and their bodies fall on the earth, making it dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire, death, and destructions. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it makes it impure. Is it a worthful act to live on dead bodies? Is it okay and is it hygienic, or is it with a pure state that we are going to live among the dead with dead bodies around us when we know that people die? But still, is it worth to kill somebody to survive? The poet again tells us that the fire of war which erupts, the smokes which comes out, and the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that we cannot breathe it. It pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. The poet also tells us that with all these things around, is it worth that we are alive? The poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. We should have a peaceful living style. We should make peace. We should amend peacefulness with us, along with us. We should make others also understand the same thing. Finally, he ends the poems by writing the first line in reverse and saying that, remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. That is, we may live in different parts of the world. We may occupy different parts of the earth, but we are similar to each other. Only a bit of difference should not fill dirt and decay inside us. We should be more human in our approach. This is a peaceful poem and it gives a strong message to stop all wars and look upon humanity as a unified entity. The poet warns the rulers of all the countries that when they wage a war, they not only injure the interests of those whom they hate, but also injure themselves. They should know that peace is more important because it brings prosperity. Hence, we should love one each other. Thank you very much